redo that?
No, keep going.
Going to the opening in 3, 2.
Welcome to the Buc Buzz. I'm Jenna Bradshaw.
And I'm Kyra O'Gorman. So Jenna, I'm glad to have you as my new co-anchor.
Thanks. I'm super excited to have the chance to be on air.
Well, let's get started then.
Have you ever been to the school store cart that goes around throughout the day?
No, I haven't, but I always see it rolling around.
Well, recently Maddie, Kyle, and myself caught up with Mr. Richardson, who's in charge of the cart. Let's send it over for more information.
Thanks, guys. The Oswego High School has a school store cart. The school store cart is run by the OHS Inc. class, which is taught by Mr. Richardson. Recently, we caught up with Mr. Richardson for some more information on the cart.
Okay, the OHS Inc. class is built around getting students credit for economics and government and working in basically turning it into a business class. Each student is effectively an employee of a big corporation, and they're led by other student officers. And it's about work. It's about actually seeing what it's like to actually be in a working environment and learning economics and government that way. The cart is part of that, and one of the things that the corporation does is run the school store, which has been reduced to the cart this year. It both provides resources for the corporation, so to speak, and the class, and it also provides a teaching tool. The store, or in this case the cart and other things that we sell, helps put money together for the class. The business class has no budget from the school. All the money that we have is the money that we make. And so in that sense it helps there. It also helps as a teaching tool because it shows them a retail environment where we have to cost items, we have to price items, we have to figure out what profit margin we're making. We have to then see if something's selling, something's not. These are decisions that you would make in a retail business, and those are teaching points for the class. Well, the store was located down by the Utica Street entrance. It was, for the last couple of years, that was an ideal retail location. We got bumped out of that this year because the SRO, the Student Resource Officer, was moved in there. One day we hope to have a permanent location back. We have seen sales and a reaction to the store itself has dropped off significantly beyond the food items and other things we sell in the court. The rest of the store is still in boxes in the back of my room. And then if we can get a permanent location again, then you'll see things uptick from there again.
Reporting for WBUC, this is Kyle Crossman. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Kyle. Maybe I should use the school cart more often. I'm always hungry throughout the day.
Yeah, me too.
So did you hear about the assembly they had at Leighton recently?
No, I didn't. What was it about?
Leighton Elementary School recently hosted a character education assembly called the NED Show. The name NED is an acronym for Never Give Up, Encourage Others, and Do Your Best. The whole show focused on these 3 lessons and trying to teach these to kids in simple and relatable ways. The NED Show performers engaged students using tools such as storytelling, magic, humor, and yo-yo tricks.
Sounds like a pretty cool idea. I'm sure that had a really positive effect on all the kids over at Leighton.
Yeah, it did. The kids left the assembly feeling very inspired and uplifted. Students were challenged to come up with a meaning for the word NED relating to their own lives. Another great thing about the NED Show is that they came to FLS for free, and they just had to sell NED yo-yos for up to 5 days after the show, hoping that the profits from the yo-yos would compensate for the price of coming to Leighton. The assembly left with the hope that students would set goals for themselves both in and out of school. Parents are encouraged to access more information about the NED Show by going to www.thenedshow.com/kids.
That sounds pretty useful for kids. I think I could probably use a little more NED in my life.
Me too. I wish I was at the assembly to learn more about it.
I know. Everyone could use a little inspiration in their life.
I agree. You want to know what else is pretty inspiring?
What is, Kyra?
Kobe Bryant. He had such a legendary career. Let's send it over to Jake in our sports corner with more information.
Thanks, guys. Here at WBUC, we usually like to keep our sports local, but we can make an exception for NBA basketball legend Kobe Bryant, who recently made his departure from the NBA. Kobe Bryant is my all-time favorite player, and I've looked up to him since I was little. He was, in my opinion, the best athlete in the NBA throughout his prime, and it's really upsetting to see him finally leaving the league. I recently caught up with basketball superfan Tyson Ruggio to hear what he had to say about the basketball legend.
I'm not even that much of a Lakers fan. Even I'll admit that Kobe Bryant was one of the greatest players in NBA history. He managed to spend 20 years in the NBA, all of them on the Lakers. In his very last game, he scored 60 points. Shaquille O'Neal bet him that he couldn't score 50 points in his last game, and he went and scored 60. He became the oldest player to ever score 60 points in a game, and he's also the third all-time leading scorer. That's pretty incredible if you ask me.
Now back to Jenna and Kyra with the rest of your show.
I can only hope to make that big of an impact on something someday.
Me too. Do you know about the ALS Fundraiser that the boys' baseball team is participating in this year?
I've heard of it, but I don't really know that much about it.
Well, my brother's on the baseball team, so I have some information on it. For the past 8 years, the Strikeout Lou Gehrig's Disease Baseball Classic Committee has been holding a tournament to raise money and awareness for ALS. The money raised goes to the ALS Clinic at SUNY Upstate Medical University. ALS, which is short for amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, is named after Lou Gehrig, a former player with the New York Yankees who died from the disease in 1941. The fundraiser helps show kids just how fortunate they are and gives them an opportunity to help people in their community by doing what they love.
That sounds pretty amazing. How much money do they usually raise?
Well, last year they raised $10,000, but their goal this year is $25,000 so that they can get to $100,000 before their 10th annual tournament, which will take place next spring. The teams are asked to go out and find sponsors in the community who are willing to donate to the cause. It costs $5 per person to go to a game, or $15 per family. It really is a great experience for everyone involved, and it's an amazing way to raise awareness for the disease.
That's a pretty cool thing for kids from our school to be involved in.
It really is. Another thing that's pretty cool to be involved in is the drama club. Did you go to their show on Friday?
No, I didn't get a chance to go, but I heard it was very good.
Yeah, me too. Let's send it over to Kristin and Aaron for more information.
Hello, I'm Kyle Osmond, and I play the part of Macbeth. My role in the play is I'm a doctor that is taking care of mental patients, and he's playing the part of Macbeth, and he begins to sort of take over as the mental patients start to get out of hand. My favorite scene is there's this whole dinner scene that I really like where Macbeth sort of freaks out and thinks he sees a ghost of someone he's killed. In order to play this character, I had to really study the whole villains and their ambition and their reasoning behind why they do what they do, and yeah.
Thrice the British cat hath mewed. Thrice and once the head.
I chose Macbeth because, having never directed a Shakespearean play before, I decided to use the one that is my favorite Verdi opera of the Shakespearean plays that he turned into operas, and Macbeth is my favorite. So I love the story and I love the music from it. So when I actually read the play, I thought that this was perfect.
Thanks, guys. Our drama club has a lot of talented kids. That's all for your show. We hope you enjoyed this week's edition of the Buc Buzz.
Have a great weekend and week, everybody, and remember to keep tuning in to WBUC for more student-produced television.